What's going on, everybody? It's Joe. Welcome to the channel today. While the channel might be newer, I have been investing in crypto for over 10 years now. I've been through a lot of bear markets, a lot of bull markets, and I am excited to start this journey and bring you guys the latest crypto news and go over that with you guys. With that being said, the news today, when looking at the markets, I saw SUI outperforming almost every other coin in the top 15. I believe XLM is up there as well. But SUI, for the most part, has been hovering around an 8 to 12% rise over the last day, whereas most of the other coins in the top 15 have been around 1 to 3%. So that's a big difference. So I wanted to dive into that, do a little research, find out why that might be. And I feel like the reason is pretty clear for the most part. When looking at this post that kind of went over some of the news for the day in the crypto space, I saw Powell shares pro crypto sentiment, says banks should work with crypto holders. That's super bullish. Several U.S. states introduced strategic reserve bills. I like that. But then I saw this. SUI goes live on Phantom, unlocking 15M MAU. So going live on Phantom is going to provide SUI so many opportunities, you guys. And that's why I believe we're seeing that big price increase. Going on something like Phantom, that's a popular wallet on the Solana ecosystem. It's going to attract a ton more users, which when you increase the users, you're going to increase the use, and you're going to see that price typically increase. That's why I believe we're seeing that 8 to 12% increase with all those new users coming into SUI. There's just that much more money out there. It's going to enhance the DeFi opportunities. It's going to have an improved developer ecosystem, which may make developers find it easier to build apps on the SUI platform. And then the market perception's also going to be increased, as we're seeing with that price, you guys. So the market perception, when SUI gets onto something like Phantom, you're going to see a lot of positive response to that. And I believe that's what we're seeing today. It being a popular wallet on the Solana ecosystem is going to attract more users. The enhanced DeFi opportunities, super bullish. And then the improved developer ecosystem, which is going to make it easier to build apps on SUI. All are reasons that I am super bullish on this news, and why I believe so many other people are super bullish on this news that it is now on Phantom. Taking a look at the market, because of that, you see most of the coins in the top 15 between that 1 and 3%. Bitcoin just over, barely green. Ethereum 3, XRP just under 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, Stellar 8.3, SUI 8.33. So top 16, you see SUI holding the slight lead over XLM. They've been going back and forth all day, but for the moment, SUI, see, it just dropped. But hovering between the 8 to 12% when all the other coins are between 0 and 3% means there was news out there. So I wanted to dive into that. Something was going on to see a coin like that have that response when all the other coins in the last day are hovering around that 0 to 3% growth. Diving into that a little bit more, over the past, this is the past year, but looking more specifically over the past couple of months, you see SUI, it's been pretty predictable for the most part in the last few months. You see it go up and then back down a little bit, up and then back down, up and then back down, up and then back down. This last cycle, which has been a little confusing, or this past month, it's dropped, it went down, but then it just kept going down. It almost went down twice as much as it normally does. Still down to that old resistance level, and then it shot right back up a little bit. So it's nice to see it bounce back like that. But from the previous high of around 525 to drop down to 414 was dropped down to 365 a couple of days ago, but bounced right back up to 414. So that's super bullish. To see that bounce back that quickly and get back to that resistance level that we previously had seen. So when I see that, I'm thinking, okay, we're at 414. Most of the other crypto market has been doing fairly well the past couple of months. The previous high was 524-ish. I think we're going to get back to that at the minimum. Again, not financial advice, but knowing that we dropped, I think we're going to get back up. Sui had been one of the highest growing coins in the market. As you can see, it's been shooting way up. So for it to drop, I think we're going to get back to that level. I think we saw a slight pullback, but I feel like money's going to come right back into it as we enter this bull run cycle. And I think it has some catching up to do to catch up to some of these other coins that haven't maybe seen this drop off like Sui has. So what that's going to look like, I'm going to go over that in a little bit. And here you can kind of see those up down action as well, up down, and then you can see it get right back up to these previous lows, which is nice. So then if we can keep climbing, I think we can hit this 530 mark, and then potentially if we keep rising and do like maybe a 2.5x, if we could do a 2x and get to around 8, or 2.5x and get to around 10, I think that's a very realistic scenario, and I'm going to go over that in a little bit. Some other news with Sui. Oh, Phantom, here's the announcement. The Suinami is here. Starting today, we're rolling out beta support for Sui, so you can use Sui alongside Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Base. Swap thousands of Sui tokens in Phantom. Access your favorite Sui network apps. I kind of already touched on that, you guys. It being on Phantom allows for so many opportunities, and I feel like that's why we're seeing all this growth. This was announced yesterday, so that's why in the last 24 hours we're seeing that 8 to 12% growth, and just a big reason to be bullish. Continuing on, another announcement that happened a couple days ago with Sui. If you guys have been in Sui for a while, you've probably been expecting this news, as this isn't new to a lot of people that have been in here, as this is something that's been expected for a little bit now. But anyone that's newer to Sui, or maybe hasn't been following it as closely, or maybe you don't have any Sui at all and you're new and you're wanting to learn more about Sui, one of the things they just announced a couple of days ago is that users will soon be able to perform internetless transactions via SMS. So you can perform these transactions right through text messaging. What that's going to allow, Sui will enable transactions through SMS, bringing payments, DeFi rewards, and more to everyone everywhere, strictly through the SMS capabilities. That's super cool. Sui's got some strong technology. They have some super smart developers over there, and I believe we're going to start to see that get integrated more and more into that technology behind Sui, and that's one of the super exciting reasons why I think Sui is one of the fastest growing coins in the industry this bull run cycle, and one I'm definitely going to be watching, as I'm excited to see how they expand on that. Also with Sui, with the meme coins on Sui, with that price action that we've seen today, and with it being on Phantom now, Lo-Fi is up 60% on the day, and one of the top gainers. The Sui network integration with Phantom has brought a lot more liquidity, eyes, and buyers to the network and its meme coins. We kind of talked about that liquidity and the eyes and buyers coming to the network through Phantom already, but what we haven't talked about are the meme coins on Sui and how you can see some massive growth there. Not financial advice by any means, but with these meme coins, you can oftentimes see some pretty big gains if you time it right. With, let's see, Lo-Fi up 60% on the day, so I did a little looking, and I came across this screenshot of some of the meme coins on Sui, and you can see some massive gains today. 78%, 29, 23, 24, 188, 21, 60, 5.3. This one didn't do so hot, which is why you got to be careful. But for the most part, you're seeing some big growth on these meme coins on Sui, because now it is available on Phantom. So when that happens, like we talked about, there's just so many reasons to be bullish when a coin like that gets integrated, and I feel like that is just the beginning for Sui. I feel like that's going to kickstart a lot of different things, and why Sui is on my watch list for 2025, and why it's definitely going to be a coin I am taking note of. With that, let's get into some price predictions on where I think Sui could go with all of this in mind. Sui price predictions for 2025 bull run, current price around 414. If Sui hits the same market cap as Solana currently at, it would be roughly 10x, and that would price it around $40. Do I think it's going to hit $40 this bull run cycle? I do not. I think it could, but realistically, in my mind, the price targets I have, if we do in fact take on this bull run cycle, I think the low bull run case is a 2.5x, which would get it to around $10. I think the high bull run case would be a 6x, and that would get it to around $23 to $25. I know that $10 to $25 range is pretty big and pretty wide, but the reason for that with my prediction is I think this cycle is going to be pretty unpredictable with this new administration. What's going to be adopted, what's not going to be adopted. Is there going to be a strategic reserve for American-made assets? Is there not? Is it going to be adopted by different institutions? There's just so much unknown this cycle as crypto is gaining steam, as it's being more and more widely adopted. It's just so hard to tell what's going to actually happen. I do believe the bull run cycle is going to happen. It's just a matter of how high we're going to go in this cycle. So my realistic scenarios are a 2.5x to a 6x, which brings it anywhere from $10 to $25. And what that would look like for a sample investment, if you invested $1,000 now, and if it did a 2.5x, which would bring you to around $10, that would get you turn your 1,000 into 2,500. If it 6x's and gets to around $25, that $1,000 could turn into $6,250. So that's a pretty good return, you guys, and why SUI is on my radar. It being American-made coin just amplifies that. I know Eric Trump has some SUI, or at least it's rumored that he does. That's just one more reason of the many I'm bullish on it. Those American-made coins. It's a top 10 American-made coin. I believe it's coming in at number 9. So if you're in the top 10 of those American-made coins, I just feel like there's no telling what could happen potentially. Obviously, nothing could happen and it could go to 0, which is why this is not financial advice. But with the news today, seeing it do 10% grow 10% today, while everything else was around 1 to 3%, just means there are so many reasons to be bullish as it continues to get adopted. Getting onto Phantom is big news. I wanted to talk over that with you guys today, why that was, why we saw that run, and go over some price predictions and why it is a coin I am watching. So if you like the content today, please like the video, please comment below, and please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. I love to bring you guys the latest news. I love to go over different investment strategies with you guys, go over different coins, go over different what-if scenarios, and just talk crypto with you guys. So if you enjoyed the content today, if you just want to support the channel and support me, please subscribe, please comment, please like the video, and I will talk to you guys on the next video. Thank you guys very much.